Hello friends, I wanted to make a quick video for you because I haven't made one in a really long time. The truth is, I have just been crazy busy. So, I've had this idea lately. I mean, look at my workbench, right? This is what's going on. We got kiddos sleeping, we've got pipes that need to be smoked, we've got campfire stuff, not campfire, fireplace stuff. All this is just a mess. Yeah. Anyway, I was looking at one of my knives the other day. Now, these are some of my favorite. This is kind of like, I don't know, I need to clean this little area, but I was looking at a couple of these knives, and it occurred to me something about the springs in knives, right? So I'm going to try to do this one-handed because I've got to hold the camera. I don't have a tripod on me. Oh, you know what? I do. Hold on a second. All right. Sounded really awesome, didn't it? Look how messy this is, man. Candles burning low. Oh, you know what? I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this because unless this thing goes upside. Oh yeah, it does. Cool. Oh man, it's been forever since I've actually made a video. Feels like I lost the love for YouTube, man. I'm sorry, I've been busy. Look at this mess. Okay, so let's talk about, I want to show you guys something that I noticed the other day that I think is really cool. So traditionally, if you have something that is I just realized it's going to be super dark in here. This is nighttime, because that's the only time I can do anything. Because the kid's sleeping. Let's turn a little bit of light on. It's always something, right? Well, you'll get the gist. So anyway, this is just a regular 3-bladed 6275 pattern. I feel like I'm saying that wrong. 6375. Obviously, there's 3 blades. 6375. Okay. So this is kind of a cool one. It's pretty typical. It has 2 main springs on it, but it has 3 blades. So you got to fit those 3 blades on 2 springs. So what they do is they run the main blade by itself on 1 spring. But then on this one, they bend. So they ran this spay one straight and this main blade straight. But my favorite blade, which is the utility sheep's foot blade, they actually bent. So if you're sharpening it, not that this matters because it does fine. But if you're looking at it from the pivot, it's actually, man, I'm not gonna be able to do this without light. This is a poorly planned video. Okay. So look at that utility blade, how cranked to the side it is. Right? See how it's going way to the left? So that's pretty typical. And then, of course, there's another option. You can do like this GEC, which is probably my favorite knife in the world. It actually has 3 springs, which you can't really see that well. Man, that is really greasy. I've been having some rust issues because I haven't been carrying these every day. I've been carrying a Victorinox a lot. Okay, I don't know if you can see it, but there's 3 springs. Okay, so you have the main blade is on 1 spring. Come on. Man, I'll tell you what. What I need to do is get to where the light is behind this thing. All right, now we're talking. Okay, so we got 1 spring that operates the main blade, and then we have the utility blade that's on its own spring. Holy crap, I'm gonna get cut. I've been kind of dousing these in oil lately. Anyway, each one has its own spring. So that's another way to do it. So we have the option of 2 springs with 3 blades, right? And then you have to kind of cock one to the side, right? I love this knife, by the way. But check this out. The other day I was playing with this. This is one of my old favorites. This is an old Terry Bose, Bose, however you say it. Sowbelly Stockman in buffalo horn. This is a gangster knife, man. I found this in some random store in Indiana, I think. But me and my buddy Aaron. Okay, so this has 3 blades on it like a regular Stockman. It only has 2 springs, but instead of cocking one of the blades to the side, they actually machined the blades to nestle. Like, look at this top one. It like, this one isn't bent. It actually fits into that little groove. So if you look at one side of the blade versus the other side, you actually have a deeper grind on the side where a blade needs to nestle in there. And then if you look at this side, at the bottom, this one is cut more this way. So there's more of an intense angle. Oh, look at that coke nail. I need to... I hate... This is why I don't like doing videos. Because I need to trim my nails. But anyway, most of them aren't bad, but for some reason my 80s spirit animal coke nail comes out, even though I've never done any drugs, but whatever. So anyway, that's all I was going to say was this one goes in that way and this one goes in this way, but neither one of them are bent at the pivot pin. It's just like a really smart and cool design. And if you're around case knives much or traditional knives, you'll notice that a lot of times what happens is these blades will rub on each other. Let me show you another example. So here's a case. This is my favorite case knife that I own. But this is an example, right? So this is 2 blades, Stockman. Look how cranked that utility blade is, right? If you wonder why my hand keeps disappearing, it's because I'm touching the screen. This one is straight. This one is straight, but this one goes, and they literally bend it, though. Anyway, I don't know if you can see on camera how crazy bent that is. But what happens is, when this blade's coming down, which this isn't even a blade, this is a punch, but it rubs the ever-living crap out of this blade. In fact, if this blade's down first, this one doesn't even want to shut all the way. Like, look at that. You have to, like, touch it, and I'll be quiet for a second so you can hear it. I mean, it really grinds on it. And it's not like it needs oil. Like, trust me, this thing is... Right? It's got some snap. It's just rubbing on that blade. And then this one... Anyway, so what I end up doing is I end up opening this blade first. So, it's kind of crappy. And, you know, this is the same manufacturer. Look how bent that is. And that's typical for them to do that. And that's fine. I just thought it was really cool that this one has 3 blades on 2 springs. Why would you want 2 springs? It's just less that can go wrong, honestly. It's less brass. The GEC doesn't use brass. Hold on a sec. I got all this dirt under my nail. Anyway, the GEC doesn't really use brass. I don't know why, but Case does. So the more brass, the heavier the knife. Brass is super duper heavy. But these are just beefier, right? So look at that big old gap. You gotta love Case. Anyway, this is a beautiful knife. This is a... Hold on, I'll tell you in a sec. Please don't cut yourself, Doug. This is a stainless steel knife, which is fine. Case stainless does all right. This is a TB... Hold on. Man, my eyesight is really getting bad. I'm getting old. I'm going to have to take it out of the shot. I can't even see it. BH339. So it's really exclusive. It's a TB, so it's a Terry Bose. And then it's BH, which they used to put, you know, a 6 for, I think 6 is bone. You know, there's different ones for synthetic and all that. But this is horn. So instead of them calling it a code for a material, it just says BH, which is buffalo horn. Man, I don't even have a magnifying glass out here, or else I'd show you that. Anyway, just something kind of cool. Case never watches these videos, and they just don't care. But man, what a freaking awesome made knife. You see how that cuts in right there? It really ramps in. And then when you shut this one ramps in that way. So you got ramp in, so they nestle together perfectly. Of course, on the back, they couldn't get that right, but it's funny. I think it has something to do with their steaming. They steam these or something like that when they're done to, like, I don't know. They always have an excuse as to what they do. They're like, oh, it runs through a steamer and that bends the metal. Whatever, man. I don't even care. But, yeah. So, here's a video for you guys. I haven't made one in so long, and I just kind of miss it. But I'm busy. You know, life happens. Real life happens, and, yeah. So, oh, here's another thing. While I got you, let's turn this back around so we get some light. I'll show you something. Now, everybody loves carbon steel knives, including me. Oh, I'm about to lose this. All right. This is why I got all these, like, over-oiled right now. I had to get something out of the safe the other day. And this knife, which I was carrying for quite a while, hasn't been getting much love lately. And I was trying to get a patina on it, and it was doing pretty well. I was eating apples, like, every day at work and stuff, but what happened was, let's see if I can zoom in. It started getting, like, no kidding, legit rust spots. Not like surface rust that's, you know, let's see if hold on, let me find one and then I'll try to get it on camera here. Well, this is pretty close. It might have actually, what I'm doing might actually be working a little bit because I don't see it as bad, but I mean, we're talking like orange rust, the kind that causes like pitting and stuff. All right, you can kind of see it here, but man, I was like, hold the phone. I can't be having that on my freaking actual GEC knives. So I'm trying to look at the camera instead of the knife. So I've been oiling these up every day and running them, and this one was always just a little tight. You know, it was always like kind of hard to open. It needed to be worked in. And it's doing a little bit better. This one's tough. See, this one has a little bit more of that pitting on the back, so I'll see if I can show you. We'll zoom in here. Oh, you can't see it because there's too much oil. Oh, here we go. Gonna let me. Oh man, we gotta catch the light just right. There we go. Look at that. Imagine finding that on a freaking nice GEC expensive knife. Like, that's my fault for not taking care of it. And you know what? The knife can take it. It'll be fine. You know, we still have knives around that are like huge rust spots and pitting and stuff that people love. And this thing is going to be great. I use it. I need to use it more, but just a word of caution, if you are a traditional knife person and you love carbon steel because of how easy it is to resharpen and kind of take care of and how sharp it gets, just so you know, be careful how you store them. And I recommend, honestly, if I know this is so hypocritical, just carry one, man. If you're going to have a carbon steel knife, just carry it all the time, clean it every day. That's what the old timers did, man. They didn't have a drawer full of these. They had like one. And they carried it, and it was their knife. They kept it sharp. They kept it lubricated. And it wasn't a problem. And they, you know, whatever. That's just a piece of advice. Don't listen to me. I obviously don't know what I'm talking about, or else I wouldn't have a rusty GEC. Anyway, until next time, I'm going to get this. The reason I came out in the garage today is I need to sharpen this guy. I've been carrying it a lot. The 6375, it's just a big old knife, man. What else is up here on this wall right now? Let's take a look. Oh, we got the canoe. Oh man, what a gorgeous knife. My wife bought me this when we were dating. I love that thing. Nothing quite feels like that. Now here, this knife. One more time in the light here, boys. I love this thing, man. This isn't even really that old. But for some reason, this knife did not have rust problems. I don't know why. And I ate like watermelon every day for like 6 months with this thing. Not really, but it was a lot of, yeah, I don't know. That's got a gnarly patina, man. Wait, is that rust? No. It's like a Cheerio or something. These blades. This is the old CV steel, too. For some reason, GEC, I don't know what it is about GEC, but the ones that I have, they just really want to rust. I don't know. Case doesn't seem to be that bad. I don't know why. I love you, Case. And I love you, GEC. But I just got a little bit over ambitious with the carbon steel and the GEC. Look how gross these are. But hey, that's how you got to keep them. If you're putting them in a drawer for a few months, you better lube these beasts up, man. Because let me tell you, when you pull it out and it's got rust, even if you get rid of the rust, it's just going to pit. And that's not fun. So this is a 6254. So this actually does have two blades, unlike the other one that I was. Now, this is a pocket worn knife. It did not come from the factory pocket worn, but man, I have carried this in some stuff. I love this knife. Maybe I should just carry this. Let's just be honest. Can you put in the comments, what should I carry this week? This bad boy or this bad boy? This is a great knife. This is like a panic buy on Amazon a few years ago, or actually I think it was last year. They got rid of CV, and I was kind of irritated, and I was like, man, I had given away so many CV of these large 75 pattern Stockman, but I didn't have one, and I couldn't even get the yellow synthetic one, which is the one I really like. I gave one to my dad and a few of my other friends, but so I got this one in the amber bone, which is all right, man. I mean, it's cool. But there's nothing like that red bone, man. I think that Stockman just got fired. I don't really like spay blades, so I ground this one down. It has a point to it. But anyway, if you're still here, thanks for watching. I'm carrying this. Well, I don't know. I'll look at the comments. You know why people are always like, oh, put down in the comments what? It's because more comments, the more YouTube is like, oh, this video is getting some visibility, so let's put it on more people's feeds, which kind of causes more people to look at it, get more subscribers, growing the channel, all that stuff. To be honest with you, I've been, honestly, I hate to say this, but I've been so busy and really kind of trying. This sounds so, I don't even want to say this. So I'm becoming Orthodox Christian, and I'm getting kind of tired of like the whole thing where you just buy tons of stuff and you're just, obsessed with the world of things. And even YouTube videos, for me, it's almost like a pride thing. Like I'm like, oh, look at me, I can sharpen these knives, I'm so good. Oh, look how awesome I am. Look how I need you to like and subscribe and all this stuff. And it's like, you know what, man, honestly, I don't want to put myself up there, I'm not like trying to elevate myself. But it just gets old after a while. There's no happiness, So if I had a recommendation for you, I would say, don't look at me because I am 100% a hypocrite. But there is absolutely no happiness in things of this world. These are tools. And yeah, I like to make videos and I like to watch videos on knives, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if you don't have a relationship with your creator, oh, that was perfect timing, then you don't really have light in your life. I promise you're not happy if you're not somewhat in communion with the creator of the universe. And that's assuming that I am, right? I'm not. I'm actually not, and I really want to. I'm trying. So anyway, I hope you guys have a good night, and God bless you. Have a happy holidays, Merry Christmas. And boy, do we really love these old case knives, boy, let me tell you right now.